morning. Good morning, everyone. So good to see you all here this morning, your beautiful faces. Truly, it is a good thing. Welcome to our Sunday morning celebration here at the Center of Peace. Welcome to all who are joining us online on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. My name is Twana Malone. I'm the senior minister here at the Center of Peace, and my pronouns are she, her, and they. And this morning we have a wonderful service. We have our practitioners assisting us, leading us this morning, and our practice of meditation is Callista Dorsey, leading us this morning by ringing our chakra bowl and giving us all an opportunity to bring our attention into being so present and aware of a presence that is never an absence is Cynthia Banks. Leading us this morning in our treatment, our affirmative prayer is Zulma Gonzalez. Leading us this morning in our selected and sacred readings is Susan Saunders. Holding consciousness for us this morning, you might notice in quiet repose with our eyes closed in prayer and knowing that our time unfolds in the most wonderful and magnificent way, is Helen Moore. Our music today is being sung forth through Mr. Warren Cooper. Greeting all who walk into the space this morning is Pamela Bottoms and Sheila Denikin. We have Al, Vern, and Nicole on the ones, twos, and threes on the technical side of life, making sure that our love extends beyond these four walls. So I think we're all set and ready to go. With that, Callista, come on up.
Good morning. Let's say that again. It just sounds good. Good morning. It feels like God just spoke to you. Because when I heard you say good morning, it felt like you were speaking to me. And I know you recognize the God in me as I recognize the God in you. So I want you at this moment to take a nice deep breath and release. Let's take another deep breath. And as you're taking that breath, I want you to remember how grateful you are as you release all that love, all that peace, all that joy throughout the world. Let's take another deep breath. And as you're taking this breath, I want you to think of the moments that you know the truth of who you are. And that moment is now. So as you release each breath, allow yourself to remember that you were created perfect, whole, and complete. There is no lacking within you. So at this moment, if you want to go deeper into this meditation, there's some homework you have to do that I suggest you do, and that is to release anything that does not allow you to be in this space right now, in this present moment. Release it and let it go, because you are the one that decided to carry it with you, and it's too heavy. So let's release it and let it go. I want you to remember that you are loved, and lovable. And there's a gift in the silence. There's a gift that the Creator can speak to you in the silence. When you can hear that inner voice speaking and answering any question that you may have, because all questions and answers lie within you. So today, I want you to go into the silence and spend time with your Creator. Have that conversation with the Creator and allow yourself to continue to be grateful, because each breath is a gift of life. Just be in the silence. At this moment, I want you to think of 3 words that you believe is how you show up. I want you to think of 3 words that you believe is the truth of who you are. You've had that silent moment with the Creator. This is the moment for you now to remember your truth. The Creator knows who you are. The question is, are you aware of who you are? And are you able to accept who you are? So think of those 3 words that every time you show up, you know you are representing those 3 words. And then you're able to create an affirmation that you can continue to say to yourself as a reminder. This is my truth. I'm showing up because the Creator has already told me my truth, because I sat in the silence so that I could hear that inner voice speak to me. Because too often I allow outside noise to interrupt that conversation. Not today. So go deeper. Take this moment to think of those 3 words and the affirmation that you will create. At this moment, I ask that you kind of move around in the seat, because you've had an experience that you created, and you created it collectively, together. Take a breath. Release and let it go. Take another deep breath. Release, let it go. And another deep breath, knowing your truth. And so it is.
this moment, now, here, present, the presence, oneness, spirit, life, God. Right here, right now. This being the only moment of time there is, I am recognizing that one power, that one divine presence, eternal, moment to moment, eternal, true, real, God. That one power that is everything, in everything, through everything. Beautiful. That one energy, that one peace, that one. Remembering always that there is no separation. And because this is true, I am one with that power. I am one with that presence. And I speak this word for myself, and I speak it for everyone hearing me, everyone not hearing me, everyone everywhere, always. One. Only one. And that one moves throughout this service today, speaking the words, playing the music, handling all the equipment, greeting, loving, smiling. It's all God. It's all one. And it is perfect, perfect in its completion, perfect in its wholeness, unfolding and manifesting exactly the way it is. Nothing to judge, nothing to analyze, nothing to fix. Simply acceptance. God. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I know this is true. It can only be true. For there is nothing else. There is nowhere else. There is no such thing as God and. It's all and only God. Here now, through you, through me, through us, as us. And with this gratitude, then I can place these words into the activity of the law. That law of cause and effect, knowing that it's all cause and it is all effect. For it is all one, and it is complete. And I ask then that you join me by anchoring these words, by saying, and so it is.
Thank you, Zulma, for leading us in our treatment, our affirmative prayer, and thank you, Callista, for leading us in our practice this morning of meditation. So I want to invite you all now just to turn your attention to our vision and our mission, and ask that you read along with me and seeing this as a realized vision in our lifetime. You can find the vision right here to my right, or in the chairs, there is a QR code that you can pull up the vision and the mission and read along with me. Our vision, a loving and peaceful world where all of humanity is honored as the divinity within is experienced. And our mission, The Center of Peace is a loving, inclusive, and vibrant community that utilizes and demonstrates spiritual principles and practices to cultivate powerful individuals who together create peace throughout the world. And so it is. And now I'd like to invite you to stand and join us in the singing of our congregational song, I Am One. If you're unfamiliar with the song and would like to sing along with us, you can find the lyrics to the song in the back of your chairs. Our congregational song was written by our licensed retired practitioner, Bayless Webb. All right, I think we're all set.
I'm one with Spirit, the Holy Spirit, and it dwells inside of me. There's perfect Spirit, pure loving Spirit, rests in everything I see. God walks beside me, protects and guides me. It's ever with me where'er I go. I trust its power, God's healing power. Its love surrounds me, and this I know. I live in spirit, I breathe in spirit. It lives within me, and so I am a spirit, I think a spirit. Its life is my life, I know. God's life is my life, I know. God's life is my life, I know.
So let us not miss out on this perfect opportunity to allow our eyes simply to glance around the room as we are acknowledging the humanity in another, welcoming each other to our sacred space this morning. Yes, good morning, yeah. All right, you may be seated. Here at the Center of Peace, we are an open and affirming community. All are welcome. All are welcome. And if this is your first time here at the Center of Peace, a first-time visitor, we'd love to be able to acknowledge you and to welcome you into our sacred space this morning. Do we have any first-time visitors? Yeah, I don't think so. All right, well, let us just welcome each other this morning as we just extend our arms and allow love to flow through as from our hearts. And as an expression of it, let us just say, welcome to the Center of Peace. Oh, I know who you really and truly are. Unique, perfect, divine, all that. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Center of Peace. Yes. All right, I think we are ready for our announcements this morning as our board president, Marie Amy Taylor, comes forward. I think I have a few announcements.
You do?
Yes.
Good morning, everyone.
All right, so today, for anybody who purchased tickets to the Wiz, you can pick up your tickets this morning from Sheila Denigan. She'll have the tickets, I think, this Sunday and I think maybe next Sunday. So she has the tickets, you can pick them up. Want to remind everybody that we are set up down to be at Pride this morning. We are going there simply to take a stand for something and not to be against anything, to take a stand for love. And our location is, according to Allende, Pine and Quincy, is that how you say that? Quince. Uh-huh. Pine and Quince Streets outside of 1118 Pine Street. Okay? All right. So that's where you'll find us at today. Want to remind everybody that our beach day is coming up for the month of June. I believe it is June 18th. You're invited to join us at Ocean City. You do have to have your own transportation or get a ride with somebody. We don't take a bus down to the ocean, but everybody is invited to join us at the ocean. As I said, it's Ocean City, New Jersey. We usually find a spot right off of the 6th Street entrance. We're pretty easy to find. It's not real crowded where we are, so I do hope to see you all. It's a good time, a good day. Let's see. I'm also supposed to talk about the Science of Mind magazine that Donna Brown has been spearheading and talking about the last few weeks. The magazine they are running a campaign now. Oh, you need that. Running a campaign now because they are trying to see the magazine through to its 100th year and are inviting people to join in the efforts by purchasing the Science of Mind magazine for yourself or for someone else. You can get all the details on our YouTube channel, not our YouTube channel, on our newsletter and on our website. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning again, everyone. Happy first day of June. All righty, Barbara Jones, please come up and talk to us about completing the circle.
Good morning, family. And I know I'm going to be speaking to the choir on behalf of Completing the Circle. Our members are Reverend T. and Cynthia Banks and Tricia Grady, Carolyn Hoke, and Suzanne Robinson. And we want you to join us next week. Back in the back, we want to hear from you. The Completing the Circle team is the ones that get feedback from you. We want to improve and improve and improve and keep getting better and better because that's what our teaching teaches us. And I also forgot to say, today is a great day to respect each other's pronouns, and I'm a she, her. And we want all of you to feel welcome to say yes to sharing your feedback. If you've been to any of our classes and workshops, you want to add to what we do, say yes to joining us. We want to hear from you. It's important. We even have a gift card to give you just to say thank you to you for saying yes. So if you are online and haven't come to visit with us, yes, this is a good time to come see us and join us and add your feedback to ours. So I am complete. Thank you. 1 o'clock to 2:30, chat with us.
Thank you, Barbara. Happy, Barbara. You still happy? All right, girl. All right. Fundraising. Sheila Dinikin?
Good morning, everyone. It's June 1st, which means today is the deadline to sign up to share your talents, no matter what it is, for our upcoming talent showcase that's going to be happening the last Saturday in June, June 29th, right here. Right over there, where all those microphones are, right there. So remember, spoken word, you can read a poem, you can share a dance, a song, whatever. The most important thing is we're raising funds for this place that we love so, so much. We're also going to be having a bake sale, and in the coming weeks, I'll be talking about that. But if you guys want to see me at the end of service, I've got my laptop with me, so lickety-split. We can get you all signed up. It's $10 for signing up for adults, and I think it's $5 for children. If you are joining us online, I think that's the camera over there, and you want to join us, please do. You can sign up by going to our website or by looking at our newsletter, Get Involved, Stay Inspired. So please come and see us. We so want to support you. We want to love on you and just share your talents that was imbued by you, instilled in you by the One. So thank you all for considering, and thank you all for sharing and supporting the people who are going to be up here. So thank you and have a wonderful week. Looking forward to getting support from you all. All right, good night.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, what are your pronouns?
They are she and her.
All righty. And mine are she, her, and we. And if you're interested in the we, I'm happy to talk to you about it. All righty. I was hoping that somebody would approach me to be one of the Supremes for the talent show. Sadly, nobody has come forward to join me in this endeavor, but we still have time. We still have time. All righty. Oh, she did have a solo career, but she could sing. Finally, beverages must have a lid on them. Please be mindful not to leave things behind. You can get on our mailing list by downloading our QR code. Please check out our website for more information at thecenterofpeace.org. Like us, follow us, subscribe to us on all of our social media platforms. And finally, our practitioners are available after service for prayer, meditation throughout the week. Contact information is on our website, thecenterofpeace.org. And I am complete.
Blessings and flow, Center of Peace. Good morning.
Good morning.
A little bit of energy. Good morning. Good morning. There it is. That's what's happening. So, I don't know about you, but I have been driven into the land of affirmations based on how much there is to knock you off your square day to day. And in my experience of those, I remember a song that I'm sure that we sang in various ways in certain times in our life. The words are, and please repeat after me, I've got peace like a river. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got love overflowing. I've got life everlasting. So those verses will show up as we maybe get a little. Let me have something like this just to let's sing together. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. Sing it with me, say, I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. Joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. Say, I've got joy. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. Love overflowing. I've got love overflowing. I've got love overflowing. I've got love overflowing in my soul. I've got love overflowing. I've got love overflowing. I've got love overflowing in my soul. Let's sing. I've got love. I've got love overflowing. I've got love overflowing. I've got love overflowing in my soul. I've got love overflowing. I've got love overflowing. I've got love overflowing in my soul. I've got peace. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got life everlasting. I've got life everlasting. I've got life everlasting. I've got life everlasting in my soul. I've got life everlasting. I've got life everlasting. I've got life everlasting in my soul. I've got peace. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river in my... And you got to have a soul. So it is.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Susan. Today is Peace Sunday, so if I could have my peace readers come up and share your quotes.
Peace of mind is clearly an internal matter. It must begin with your own thoughts and then extend outward. It is from your peace of mind that a peaceful perception of the world arises. And that's from A Course in Miracles.
There is a perfect peace in this moment. This is simply a reminder of the perfect peace of God. Tracy Brown, practitioner.
We have great peace in the spirit. There is no turmoil, whatever in the spirit. Emma Curtis Hopkins.
You may be standing amidst the crash of breaking worlds, while peace of mind simultaneously fills your awareness. Michael Bernard Beckwith.
Thank you. And it being Peace Sunday, we ask that you take a moment to just go within, close your eyes, and just go within and consider and contemplate peace. And so it is. Okay, and today's reading comes from week 1 of Radical Acceptance by author Tara Branch from the chapters The Trance of Unworthiness and Awakening from the Trance. Something is wrong with me. This is the invisible whisper beneath so much of our doing. We try to improve, to perform, to achieve, as if we must earn our place in the world. We live in what I call the trance of unworthiness, a state in which we mistake our deepest self for our anxious strivings. We forget that we are already whole. Radical acceptance begins when we stop the war against ourselves. It doesn't mean we give up growing or acting with purpose. It means we stop running from who we already are. The healing begins in fixing, not in fixing, but in feeling, with presence, gentleness, and honesty. Being with ourselves fully, this is the heart of awakening. When we pause and turn toward our own heart, we find that the pain we carry is not a personal failure, but part of the shared human condition. What arises is compassion, not judgment. In this space, action still happens, but it no longer comes from fear or proving. It comes from love, from presence, from the clarity of simply being here. When we trust that we are enough, then what we do flows naturally and meaningfully. Imagine a father, a leader, a soul who acts not to earn love, but to express it, who pauses long enough to feel what is true before speaking, who offers their presence before their opinion. This is not weakness. It is power rooted in awareness. This is the radical acceptance to meet each moment with a heart that says, yes, this belongs. And from that yes, we begin to live, not as a project to fix, but as a life to inhabit, fully, kindly, now. And I apologize, I forgot to do the affirmation first, so if you wouldn't mind rising and joining me in the reading of today's affirmation. I accept myself just as I am.
I accept myself just as I am.
I release the need to earn my worth.
I release the need to earn my worth.
In this moment,
I am whole.
and from that wholeness, I live and love freely. Thank you. And the reading and the affirmation were submitted by Alima A. Boyd, a licensed professional practitioner, and so it is. Oh, and my pronouns are she, her, they, them, and it.
So we've done this before, so it might be familiar, and hopefully it is. You can go ahead, Al. It's something called the all-around me affirmation, and we have the capacity to say that all around me there's love. All around me there is peace. All around me there is joy, because I am love. I am peace, and I am joy. So this is an invitation to put yourself in a movement kind of frame as we let the rhythm carry us into an affirmation of love. I say, all around me there is love. All around me there is love. All around me there is love. Oh, there is love. Oh, there is love. Now you affirm it with me. Say, all around me. All around me there is love. All around me there is love. All around me there is love. Oh, there is love. Oh, And then we celebrate the love. Say it. There is love. There is love. There is love. There is love. Say it. There is love. There is love. There is love. There is love. Breathe in the love, breathe it out as we affirm the peace. Sing it with me. Say it. All around me there is peace. All around me there is peace. All around me there is peace. Oh, there is peace. Oh, there is peace. See yourself as peace and affirm. All around me there is peace. All around me there is peace. All around me there is peace. Oh, there is peace. Oh, there is peace. You have to celebrate the peace. Come on, sing it out. Say it. There is peace. I am 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 peace. Breathe in the peace and breathe it out as we affirm together the joy. Come on, sing it. All around me there is joy. All around me there is joy. All around me there is joy. Oh, there is joy. Oh, there is joy. Affirm the joy. Come on. All around me there is joy. All around me there is joy. All around me there is joy. Oh, there is joy. Oh, there is joy. And then we celebrate the joy, you know. There is joy. 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 There, celebrate the peace. There is peace. There is peace. There is peace. Celebrate the love. Say, I am love. 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 Say, I am peace. I am peace. Say, I am joy. I am joy. Say, I am peace. I am peace. I am love. I am love. Say, I am love. I am love. And so it is.
Yeah. Can we give Warren another round of applause? Yeah. Yes. All right. Well, here we are, June 1st already. Where did the time go? Wow. So we are continuing on with our yearly theme, A Day at a Time, Oneness. And as always, a few spiritual principles just to get us anchored this morning. I'm reading from Ernest Holmes, What We Believe, and you can do a search for Ernest Holmes and What We Believe to get a copy of these spiritual principles that we talk about on Sunday, or you can join our mailing list or go to our website to also get a copy of the spiritual principles that we talk about every Sunday. So this morning, we are working with spiritual principle number 1, and it states, we believe in God, the living spirit, almighty one, indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. We believe this one manifests itself in and through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creation. Spiritual principle number 2, we believe in the individualization of the spirit in us, and that all people are individualizations of the one spirit. Spiritual principle number 4, we believe that heaven is within us and that we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it. And finally, spiritual principle number 10, we believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. Our yearly theme, A Day at a Time, Oneness, as I have said week after week almost now, that it is our call to action, that we are being called to act each month in a new way. And so this month, our theme, being and doing, is calling us, or the act that we're being calling to do is to check in. To check in with our God self, to check in at the center of ourselves, to check in and to consider God and to reconsider God, to check in the beyond within us first. To do that first. Before we do any doing, that we start with being. Our premise is that being precedes doing. You've got to be before you do. You've got to be before you do. This morning, I want to read a little bit from Living the Science of Mind. This is one of Ernest Holmes' books. And I'm reading from the chapter titled, Be Yourself, on page 172. He says that when we are in touch with that which is at the center of our being, we will see things in a different light than will the one who thinks, we will see things in a different light than will the one who thinks they are all alone. We will draw strength and inspiration from life itself. For no one can live without God and be whole. He says, since everything is included in God, for God is the only presence and power that there is. The person who wants to be the most themselves will have to be the one who has discovered more of themselves in that which is greater than we are. Our capacity to think, to live, and to move is non-physical, he says. There is an invisible presence hidden within. There is an invisible presence hidden within us, which has its source in a higher power and which acts through our actions, wills through our minds, and reveals itself in what we are doing. At the center of our being, there is a divine person, a unique incarnation of God. This is the source of all real inspiration, here and here alone, At the center of our being is the real creative power. The question is whether we are living from this center or whether we are thinking of ourselves as detached, separated, divided, alone, and inadequate. We all have direct access to the infinite presence, the universal person. There could be no more beautiful thought than that the divine spirit itself, infinite as it is also within us. It lives through us, it moves through us. Its action through us is more than physical, it's non-physical, Ernest Holmes says. He says there is an invisible presence hidden within each of us, which has its source in a higher power, which acts through our actions, wills through our minds, and reveals itself in what we are doing. Being precedes doing. However, many of us are caught up in doing. Doing is easy to do. We're caught up in doing because doing is so easy to do. So let me see if I can bring y'all in a little bit more this morning to what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, in the church that I grew up in, they used to sing this song, leaning on the everlasting arm. Y'all know it? Y'all know it? Yeah. What have I to dread? Leaning on the everlasting arm. And in the renditions that was a little bit funky, they might have said, they added a little bit of lyrics to it or jazzed it up. And they might say something like this. Somebody here might be feeling all alone. You ought to keep leaning on. Somebody in here might feel like all their hope is gone. You ought to keep leaning on. You want sunshine on a cloudy day. You ought to keep leaning on. Joy and happiness come what may. You ought to keep leaning on. Leaning on everlasting arms. Y'all remember it? Yeah. Being precedes doing. Being is leaning on the everlasting arm. Y'all with me? Yes. So we grew up thinking that doing is the way of life or how life should be. It's something like this. You do this, then you do that, then you do that, and you reach your goals. Something like that to get us there. You do what your parents tell you to do. You do what the teachers tell you to do. You do what society tells you to do. You do what your faith tells you to do. You do what feels right to you. Like this, right? We get caught up in doing. And there's nothing wrong in and of itself with doing, or there's nothing wrong with thinking this way. In fact, it's necessary when you need to be in control of things. And there's nothing wrong with it when you are acting childlike. It's children who needs control. When doing is necessary. So sometimes some of us, we need a little bit of doing in our life, but doing is easy. Doing is the easy thing to do. Being requires that you see things in a different light, as Ernest Holmes suggested. Doing is attached to an outcome. Being, on the other hand, is letting the outcome go. Being requires that you let go of the outcome. You should tell your neighbor, let go of the outcome. And tell your other neighbor, let go of the outcome. This is our work. The one who is serious about the spiritual life, to the one who is serious about experiencing oneness, to let go of the outcome over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. If you have problems with control, this teaching is going to be very, very, very difficult for you. It's going to be difficult for you. And letting go is a rather challenging thing to do in a world where we are so focused on outcomes. Letting go is difficult to do. The problem is that we think the outcome is the goal. We think that outcomes in and of themselves are the bringers of joy and are the bringers of happiness. That's what we think. And so in life, we are oftentimes faced with the great paradox of life. We want to reach our goals. We want to obtain the outcomes that we have set out to obtain. But what we find alongside of obtaining these outcomes is that alongside of it, there is suffering, that it kind of goes together, right? Like you get the good job, but you find out the people there aren't so good. Y'all with me? They go together in this way, right? So, and our problem is that many of us don't know what to do with our suffering. We don't know what to do with our suffering, but always the universe gives us or gives us the opportunity to choose order or suffering or order. Like that's the big question always. So, so what happens is we just pretend that we aren't suffering. We pretend like it's not happening, like we aren't suffering, right? But the Buddhists say this, that when you acknowledge suffering, and that we should acknowledge suffering, is what the Buddhists say, and that in acknowledging suffering then, that we come to understand that suffering can end, that you can do something about it, in other words. They say that there is a path to ending suffering, a clear path. They call it an eightfold path, I think, but that there is a path to ending suffering. And they say that it requires mental discipline and wisdom. Sound like the science of mind to me. Ernest Holmes was a big believer in the Buddhist faith and the Buddhist tradition. You'll find the Buddhist teachings peppered throughout the science of mind in all of his books and all of his works. It's there. But we are here to discover a new way of thinking. And this new way of thinking, it calls on mental discipline and wisdom. Discipline and wisdom, our premise is that being precedes doing, that something happens before we move into doing. That's wisdom. That you stop to check in before you move into doing. That's wisdom. And we have to mentally practice that, So instead of doing what feels right, and it only feels right because you've done it before. So instead of doing what feels right and what's easy to do, we want to be in the practice of always checking in. Always checking in and not doing the thing that's easy to do. I remember one time I was dating this lady, and she was a little bit older than me. And on one particular occasion, things didn't quite turn out the way I wanted them to turn out. And so I was going to leave. And she said, that's what's wrong with y'all young people. When things don't go y'all way, y'all always want to leave. And like Barbara Jones, I said, ouch. The easy thing to do I know how to leave. But being precedes doing. We've got to be willing to check in before we move into doing, right? It's like how Frankie Beverly and Mays say it in their song, before I let go, doon, 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 doon. I want to make sure I'm right. Before I do what's easy, before I let go, I want to make sure I'm right. I want to make sure I'm right. I want to make sure I'm right. This is our call to act, to check in, to make sure we're right before we move into doing what's easy, right? So we have to ask ourselves then, have we checked in? Have we considered what we like to say is a presence that's never an absence? Have we considered the presence that's never an absence? Have we considered checking in at the center of ourselves? Have we explored the deep beyond within us? Have we taken the time to do that before we move into doing? This type of action, this way of life, it requires that we have a great deal of obedience and a great deal of confidence. A great deal of obedience, to always be checking in at the center of your core. A great deal of obedience. When you want sunshine on a rainy day, be obedient. When things don't go your way, be obedient. When you're feeling all alone and the easy thing to do is to pick up the phone and go call somebody, be obedient. Be still. When you feel like all your hope is gone, be obedient. Don't spiral out. Spiral in. Don't check out. Check in. Being precedes doing. Have you checked in? How obedient are you? And then how confident in you, in that which flows through you, that is always there waiting to be expressed as you. How confident are you as God expressing as you? How confident are you in that, in the thing that flows through you? How confident are you in the intelligence that shows up for you to be moved into action? How confident are you in it that you're going to do the thing that you are being moved to do? How confident are you? This type of living, it requires a great deal of obedience and a great deal of confidence. To check in at the center of our core and to allow what's within, what's already there, to flow through us. Obedience, confidence, this way of living, what it does and why it can be so difficult and why it might be so challenging is because the integrity of your inner life is always in question. And we'd much rather be doing and engaged in doing what's easy rather than being engaged in a way of living where the integrity of our inner life is full of integrity, where we are obedient and we are confident. Nobody don't have to ask you, are you praying? Have you been praying? Are you meditating? Did you meditate? Did you consider praying? Have you been still? Have you been quiet? No. This way of life, the integrity of your inner work, your inner life, it's always on display. It's on display. Being precedes doing. And the reason it's on display is because you've got to be willing to let go of the outcome. And we're not willing to let go of the outcome that we desire. We moved into suffering, and we don't know what to do about the suffering. Let go of the outcome. Let go of the outcome. Let go of the outcome. So, in it then, Rufus Jones, the great Quaker mystic, says that in being, having the integrity of our inner life on display, or that living from a stance of understanding that being precedes doing, that we come to a place where we not only understand that God is infinite, and not only is God infinite, but that God is intimate, and not only is God intimate, but God is immediate. How aware are you of the immediacy of God? How aware are you? Do you know it? Do you know that God is immediate? Do you know that love is immediate? Do you know that all of life is responding to you now? Do you know that love is responding to you now? It's in you? How aware of it are you? Do you know the immediacy of God? I'm here to remind you this morning to make sure you're right before you move into doing, to check in, to lean on the everlasting arm, to be moved into a space of knowing the immediacy of God. It's divine. That is heaven within. That is heaven within. Leaning on the everlasting arms. Somebody here might feel all alone. Come on, Warren, help me out. You ought to keep leaning on. Somebody here might feel like all their hope is gone.
Gotta keep leaning on. Gotta keep
Leaning on. You want sunshine on a cloudy day.
Gotta keep
Leaning
on. Gotta keep leaning on.
Joy and happiness come what may.
Gotta keep leaning on. Gotta
Keep leaning on. Leaning on the everlasting arms. Keep leaning on. Leaning on. Yeah. Practitioners, join me for a moment of prayer. Let us get anchored today. And understanding that at the very center of our being, that something is seeking and desiring to live through us and express as us, that propels us to live not in the physical sense, but in a spiritual way, where the divine power and presence of God that is at the center of our core, that we come into contact with it over and over and over again, that we are always checking in before we check out, that we are always being before we move into doing. As we affirm this life as our life, as we come to know and are assured that we are ever one with the great power and presence that is never in absence, let us then just know today, a day at a time, let us know today that there's something that we can do. As I affirm for myself and affirm for you that there's something that I can do, that there's something that we can do about this suffering that we might be experiencing by whatever name you choose to call it, that there is a way that requires in you and in me already what's in me and already in you, that it requires the discipline that is already in us and the wisdom that's already in us to spring forth through us in a new way, so that we see in a new light, so that something more appears, that something seemingly out of nowhere appears, and we can see it, we can sense it, we know it, we feel it, and we can call it what it is. In it, then, I know for you, as I know for myself, that we're moved into an experience of heaven on earth, that we easily and effortlessly come to live a life where we let go of the outcome, where we drop our desire to have the outcome be the way we desire it to be, and we come to affirm and to know that everything is already perfect, that however it turns out, that whatever might be going on, that there is something greater. There's something greater. There's always something greater. There always has been something greater. There is now something greater. And tomorrow there will be something greater. Oh, I know this to be true for you as I know it to be true for myself. I live in the immediacy of God. God is not just infinite, and God is just not intimate. God is immediate in my life. I always turn to check in. I'm always open to God in me. I'm always moved by the God in me. So I give thanks this morning for this great awareness of the immediacy of God in my life and in your life, that is beyond time and space, always present, always available, the everlasting arms that I'm leaning on. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to know this and to be able to speak these words and to know the truth in the words that is setting me free. So I am just moved in this moment then to gather the words and the songs and the love and the hugs, all that we've taken in this morning into myself, allowing it to become more and more and more in me. And as it does, I become more and more of myself. You become more and more of yourself, and nevertheless, let us accept this as the action and activity taking place in our lives now. Let us all come together in agreement then by saying, and so it is.
Power of now is always present, nowhere to be than where you are. The power of now flows oh so gracefully. The power of now is always perfect, nothing to be than who you are. The power of now flows oh so easily. Be with everything you think you need to know. Oh, be strong enough to let go of everything you think you need to control. For everything goes away. Let everything wash away. The power of love. The power of now is ever flowing, connecting the soul to the world. The power of now unfolds so peacefully. Be willing to let go of everything you think you need to know. Oh, be strong enough to let go of everything you think you need to control. For everything goes away. Let everything wash away. The power of now. The power of now.
And so it is, and so it is. So as our practitioners take their seats, I want to invite our ushers to come forward as we move into a time of giving and sharing at the Center of Peace, our tithes and our offerings. And so let us just not miss out on this opportunity to acknowledge those who give online and those who are giving online, those who have already given, as we take a moment to turn within and to go into prayer as you all take out your gifts, your tithes, and your offerings. Let us be moved into a moment of prayer. Won't you join me as we turn within and become so ever aware of the eternal givingness of life unto itself, through itself, as itself, that which is inexhaustible in us, forever and ever and ever giving. It's from that place then that we come to give this morning here at the Center of Peace with a joyous heart then. In our giving, I know that all that we receive today, that it moves the Center of Peace ever more out in the world as a great beacon of light for anybody and everybody who is ready to do something with their suffering, to anybody and everybody who is ready to discover that heaven is within. So I know that just as we are blessed by every cent that we receive, that the giver too is blessed 1,000,000 times fold. It can be no other way. So for every cent that we receive, I give thanks. Truly, I do give thanks. And so it is.
Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for your blessings. Your guidance is wise indeed. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for your
so it is, and so it is. All right, we've done it again. Let us please stand and prepare to sing our closing song, our release. I think we have a few choir members here who will be coming forward to lead us in the singing of our closing song. If you're unfamiliar with the song, you can find the lyrics in the back of your chairs so that you can sing along with us. I want to remind you that our practitioners, those with the purple stoles on, they stand ready to join you in prayer if you are in need of prayer today. You can also write out your prayer request and put it into the prayer box that we have on the other side of the petition here. Our practitioners will pick up your prayer request and pray for you throughout the week. I also want to take this moment to remind you to call somebody and check in on them. Let them know that they matter and that they are loved. And if there was anything from the service today that is resonated with you, that is that you're taking with you, I want to remind you that you not keep it to yourself, to share it with someone else. All right.
There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all by myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you're discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only
And so as we journey on throughout our week, let me remind you that being precedes doing. Make sure you're right. Lean on the everlasting arms. Before doing, check in. Check in. And know the immediacy of God. And so it is.
Let this be the moment now.